Hello, this is Mr. Stremecki. I'm here to help you out with your Module 3 worksheet. This is on the periodic table. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'm going to try and help you on a few things here, but it's mostly coloring and putting things in, identifying different parts and pieces. And I don't want to have to repeat the lesson video because I know you can watch that and I don't want to waste your time. So I'm going to try and go through and just explain to you what's supposed to happen on this worksheet. Now again, you can have this digitally or you can print it out and do this, but just make sure you upload it back into Canvas so that I can grade it from there. Alright, so you're given a copy on the first page and you're supposed to color the metals green, the non-metals blue, and the metalloids pink. So what you can do is I've got blue right here, and blue is the non-metals. The non-metals are going to be this area right up in here. So if you've got a printout, you can do this and color these in with a little bit of blue if you want to. Now if you don't have colored pencils or markers or something, that's fine. Just make like maybe change this from blue and make it to polka dots, and make polka dots in this area, or diagonal lines, and then do diagonal lines over here on the non-metals. Whatever you have the tools to use, I'll accept that. That's fine. Now if you're doing this online, what you'll do is you double click on the actual periodic table and it will open up in a drawing editor, and in the drawing editor there you can go to Insert. I'll put the instructions in here. You go to Insert. Well, first I guess you're going to double click right on the periodic table. We'll call it PT. Double click right on the periodic table. Then go up to the top of the menu bar and go to Insert, and you want to pick Shapes, and you'll pick a rectangle, and then you can just draw. Start in the upper left hand corner, click, and then drag down to the opposite corner and let go. Now you got to be careful, because once you do that, this shape you just created, it's going to want to move everything out of the way from behind it. So the first thing you want to do is to right click, and go to Text Wrap and make it in front. Put it in front of text, okay? In front. Well, now it won't move everything around on the page, so you can drag this thing anywhere you want and it won't move anything else. Next thing you do is make this thing kind of semi see-through. So if you do a two finger click, that's on your MacBook. If you got a regular PC, it'll be a left click, and you want to go to the properties. Okay, if you go to the properties, you can change it so that it's transparent, and you can change it to blue, whatever shade of blue you want. That way when you drag that box on top of there, it'll be blue and you can see through it. Now when you've got to make some more boxes, or you can elongate that one to include, like, let's say a whole row or a whole column, depending on how you want to use it. If you need, of course, you're going to need lots of new boxes. Don't recreate new boxes from scratch. Just copy and paste the one that you've already changed the in front of text, you've already changed the transparency and the color. Just copy and paste that one, so you don't have to reset all that stuff. The only thing you'll have to do is change the color on it. Okay? So just to make sure you understand, your non-metals are up over in this corner. Your metalloids are right along this area right here. I'm sure you can look all that up on Google. And all the rest of this over here is a metal. Now down in this section down here, trying to move along quick for you, label the following element as a metal, non-metal, or a metalloid. So you find carbon on here. The first one is carbon. And you go find carbon, that's right there. And once you get done coloring this whole thing, you'll see that it is a non-metal. So you'd write in non-metal, okay, in your spot. Magnesium is the next one down. Go and find that. You'll find that's on the metal side. So you'd write down that that is a metal. You get the idea. And if it's a metalloid, you write down metalloid. But all you got to do is look up and find out whether it's a metal, non-metal, or a metalloid. Going on to the next page, you've got another periodic table and some more coloring to do. And let's see, my ink kind of showed through there, sorry. You're going to do the same exact technique you did in the other one. create your little square, copy and, actually truthfully, I would copy and paste that square from the other side and paste it over here, and then you can just change it to these properties. Like alkali metals have to be yellow. That's this first column right here. Those are, except for hydrogen. From lithium down to francium, you're going to create one big old, stretch that box out, make it yellow, make it see-through, just like you did on the first one. And then you got some questions down here. Circle the elements below, which are metalloids. So remember where your metalloids are, just circle the ones that are metalloids. Then they want you to draw a box around the elements that are transition metals that are in the list. Okay, it's just identifying the different parts and pieces of the periodic table all the way throughout the rest of these questions. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to email me or join me on Zoom, and I'll be glad to help you out. Bye.